My name is Arthur Shack. I'm the chairman of the Alumni Association. But if everybody can get seated, we can get going. Maybe I shouldn't say seated, at least find a seat, because we're going to have the opening color guard right now. But we're going to begin our ceremonies with the raising of the colors, and to do that we have in camp, Gina and Kiowa this week, Troop 199 from Queens. So gentlemen, this is our color guard, so you may begin. Everybody, please be seated. Thank you, Troop 199. Our color guard is dismissed. Just want to briefly welcome you here again to our lovely museum. Hopefully we won't get some liquid sunshine on us today. On the other hand, we've had days here when it's about 95 humidity and about 95 temperature, so I guess the temperature is working with us today. But we do have a very interesting day planned for you. A lot of it is to meet with your old friends from camp, fellow scouts, and have a great time up here and relive your memories of this wonderful reservation. But as you can see, I know many of you visited in our museum. You got to even get some birch beer, which many of us have probably not have had for years, as well as the donuts from the donut farm. But a lot of people have made this day possible, and we've done this traditionally here at the museum. And our museum has a number of hardworking individuals on our museum board of trustees. And the glue that keeps our museum together, and I guess it's his brainchild, is Dr. Gene Berman. And Gene wants to make some introductions and some awards. So I'm going to bring up the glue here that keeps the museum going. So Gene Berman, come on up here.
Thanks, Artie. Good to see you. I know some of you complained last year that it was too hot. Took care of that for you. I know some of you complained that it conflicted with Chelsea Clinton's wedding last year. We took care of that for you. So I'm glad to see everybody's here, and I'm absolutely amazed that a year has gone by. It doesn't feel like a year. It just seems to have rocketed by. You know, they say that there's no such thing as time machines and time travel, but I don't believe that, and the members of the board of the museum don't believe that either. We believe you can go back in time. Maybe not literally, but certainly figuratively in the museum. There is some wonderful displays of how things looked. Of how things looked when we were all children, when we were all young. Your friends have not changed in their photos in the museum. The camps haven't changed in their photos in the museum. Today, you know, we all have a little more girth on our bellies and maybe a little less hair, but there's still an inner boy in all of us. I know there's an inner boy in me. I actually am wearing two hats. I'm wearing the hat here as the chairman of the museum, but I'm also a volunteer leader with the troop over in Kiowa, and I'm just having a wonderful time over there. And they'll tell you, the boys that did the ceremony, I still squirt them with water guns. I'm still a kid, right guys? You get wet. So the answer is that it brings back the youth. It brings us back to our youth, and you can see how things were. But besides how things were, later you'll hear from a number of the dignitaries, the Sean Quinn, the director of TMR, and of course our Scout executive and all, Mr. Charlie Rosser, and you'll find out a little bit about the 10 Mile River of today. You know, I'm off again. You good? I'm good. Okay. My throat isn't going to make it without this. We had a campfire a couple of nights ago, and the boys challenged me to see who could yell the loudest, and it doesn't matter who won because they're all better, and I'm still feeling the effects. But anyway, what I was going to say is that bigger is not always better. And I'll tell you, because I've been there both ways. I've been there when it was bigger, and I'm here now when it was better. And there are things they do today in 10 Mile River that were not imaginable to some of us 40, 50 years ago when we were here as campers. And you'll hear about that a little bit later. At this time, what I'd like to do is, this is not a one-man operation. I'd like to acknowledge and thank the members of the Board of Trustees of the 10 Mile River Scout Museum. Maybe, Artie, if I can ask you to do the patches. If everybody that is a member of the board will come up and get your trustee patch, I will introduce you as you come. Come on up. Bob Hawks, our assistant to Bernie as a curator during the summer. David Malatsky. We talk about the glue. If it wasn't for David, we would not have half of what we have. Mr. Jesse Metz on our construction team that builds. Mr. Hal Rosenfeld, our resident engineer that's responsible for the building. Carl Bernstein, our corresponding secretary. And Mr. Stu Goldberg, he does our eBay sales to raise money. A fixture and an icon and a relic, Mr. Ira Nagel, one of the original Ramones, and probably the man with the longest number of days tenure in camp, Mr. Marty Power, our resident, works in our construction, Frank Mullane, our memorabilia chairman, Mr. Mike Bergman Herbert. You see the beautiful birds inside. He has the license for endangered species. Our secretary, Mr. Mike Drillinger, Mr. John Romanovich, our construction projects. Okay, Mr. Rich Miller, our resident donut maker, assistant, volunteer curator. Mr. Bernard Rennan, our associate memorabilia man, and also another one of our eBay people, Mr. Bob Chisano, the man that does the building, Mr. Bob the Builder. Mr. John Pritchard, responsible for some of our outdoor activity and soon to be the editor of TMR Smoke Signals. Mr. Ed Winters, one of the originals that decided to put together a TMR museum before I even thought about a TMR museum. So it's just absolutely wonderful. Mr. Mark Weisberger, the first chairman of the TMR Alumni Association. Mr. John Dowd, our resident everything, historian, not historian, but he takes care of all archival information, everything we do. Mr. Jake Pontillo, who's an active member of the Kiowa and the TMR staff, and our assistant curator. And last but not least, the personality of the TMR Scout Museum, our curator, Mr. Bernie Sussman. We'd also like to give recognition to our professional advisors, certainly our director of camping, Mr. Bob Matson, and also the co-founder of the museum. And one of the most helpful persons that has ever held that position, and also another fellow that is perhaps one of the most helpful people to the museum, our director of 10 Mile River, what a guy, excellent, Mr. Sean Quinn. That's our TMR Board of Trustees. And the Honorable Arthur Shack, I apologize, the present chairman of the TMR River Alumni Association. How soon they forget. Thank you, guys. All right, we have, some of you may be aware that we have fundraising patches that are available in the museum, and we have put together 2 sets for 2 guys that have been around since pretty much the beginnings, the early foundings of the museum. For those that are here for your first time, you may not be aware that the museum has had 2 editions. Where I stand was the original museum, and thanks to Bob Matson, it became the museum. Its earlier incarnation, some of you may remember, as a visitor's latrine. So we've come a long way. I'd like to ask Carl Bernstein, Dr. Carl Bernstein, and Hal Rosenfeld to come up. The inscriptions on these frames are the same for both because they work so closely together. They are peas in a pod. This one is Carl Bernstein, trustee, TMR Scout Museum. For 65 years of nonstop Brooklyn roots in scouting, your advice, guidance, and knowledge of our earliest history continues to benefit our mission 2011. Carl? Hal's inscription is exactly the same. Congratulations. We are very, very honored today to have with us a young lady who has the most wonderful intentions for the Boy Scouts of America and for the Greater New York Councils. A very, very busy lady as publisher of Crane's Magazine and so many other things that she does, that she can make so much time and have so much interest for the Boy Scouts, following in the footsteps of council presidents such as Franklin D. Roosevelt, the exhibit being inside, and many other noteworthy council presidents. She has really, really been a positive force in New York City scouting for a number of years, and now, very recently, as the president of the Greater New York Council. So I'd like to ask Ms. Allaire to please come up. Ms. Allaire Townsend. I'd like to read the inscription. It says, TMR Scout Museum recognition to Allaire Townsend, President of the Greater New York Councils, for your recognition and promotion of the rich heritage that our GNYC founders have brought to scouting in 2011.